Hi, my name is Elder Loveless. You may have seen me here at the West End participating with the praise team. That's something that I do on a regular basis. I also had the honor of becoming a ruling elder recently in the congregation as well. So if you see me about, give me a shout. Well, see, my story started a long time ago. As a little boy, I was born into a Christian household, came up first in the Methodist church and then later in the Lutheran church, where I spent most of my growing up and adolescent years up until the time I went to college. My first year in college, my dad, who had been very active in church, and well, both my parents for that matter, he had been a Sunday school teacher, Sunday school superintendent even, participated on the church council, held a number of different offices within that congregation. And he was scheduled to retire that June after I had graduated high school. But that all came to crashing in on April 1st of 1975. He died suddenly of a massive heart attack. At that time, I thought I was a Christian, but I really wasn't, because at that time I was just filled with anger. How dare God snatch my dad away, who had been faithful to my mom and dad, had provided for our family, my mom, brother, and I, all through all the years. And then just as he's able to, reach a point of reward, it's over. And I was angry, and all the catechism I had studied and memorized, and Luther's true confessions and explanations of the Apostles' Creed and all of that, it didn't mean a whole lot right then. But so I finished out that school year, and I was home over the summer, and I observed my mom. And my mom, she was hurting, she was grieving, of course, but she wasn't angry, not angry in the least. And I was wondering, okay, why am I feeling this way and she not? And then it finally came to me, just hit me like a ton of bricks one day through her quiet and unspoken testimony, that the Lord took him to a reward greater than anything that this world could ever offer. And it was with that point my walk with the Lord began. See, I could probably best describe myself as a Methodist Baptist non-denominatarian. Methodist Baptist non-denominatarian. That is, I was baptized in the Methodist Church, spent most of my childhood and adolescence, even into early adulthood, in the Lutheran Church. I married a Baptist girl, and eventually we wound up going to a Baptist church, and from there to a second Baptist church, and from there to a non-denominational church. And now I find myself as part of this Presbyterian assembly. The Lord, I think, has given me all those experience in preparation for now. Kind of like Esther, for such a time as this. I think because of those different backgrounds and perspectives, and even attending Catholic high school and college, that I'm able to relate to a lot of different people. And I think that's going to be useful to me, particularly in this new role that He's given me. Well, yeah, when we finally got to 82nd Street, I'm like, hey, I'm here. This is the place. People on one accord. They're trying to do the work of the Lord. We know about the great work that Restore St. Louis has done and is doing, particularly in this community. And I'm thought, okay, this is a place I can drop anchor, and this is where I'm going to be until the Lord takes me home. But then, the Lord came knocking. And both Deborah and I are natives of St. Louis, and both of us grew up on the north side, and always have had an affinity for the city. And so when this opportunity came along, I'm like, Lord, really? Do I have to? I mean, that means I'm not gonna be so comfortable anymore. I'm gonna have to stretch and do some things, that I'm not used to doing. But I figured out one thing over the years, that when the Lord plays something on your heart, it's best to answer the call. So I find myself here at West End, serving in whatever capacity He would have me. Well, see, probably something that people don't know about me is I am a fanatic when it comes to things automotive. I've been a car aficionado since the time I was a small child. Even thought my career path would take me in that direction. But if you want to talk cars, I'm your guy. New cars, classic cars, hit me up.